Hello and welcome. We are showcasing today very promising students from this place who have made it to the best of the places, and by only one thing, that is thinking big. And in thinking big is the magic where Hanan and Moeen is today. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Hanan, can you please take us to the journey so far?
Sure. First of all, thank you for asking me to come here and speak to the youth here. So I'm currently a first year student at a college in the US. I started my journey from disco school. I was in disco till 9th grade. Then after 9th grade, I decided to go to a school in Rajasthan. It was a boarding school. I stayed there for 2 years. Then 11th grade, I got lucky and I got a scholarship to an international boarding school in Utah, which is in US. So I stayed there for 2 years. Then I applied for college and I got a scholarship for college. So right now I'm a first year college student.
What are your subjects?
So in college I'm studying history of math and science and philosophy, but I would be switching soon to psychology. So I'm more over like a social science person.
Great. So Moeen, please tell us something about you. Where are you from and where are you now?
Most of my schooling was done in Burnall School in Srinagar only. So I studied until class 11th in Burnall School, and due to some reasons I had to shift to Government High Secondary Jaharnagar in class 12th. So, but the majority of the my development and education has been done in Burnall School. After that, I applied to foreign universities and I got into Princeton. Before that, I went to Aloha in my younger classes, in classes 2nd, 3rd.
As you have been an Aloha student at primary and secondary level, how has the mental arithmetic helped you in preparing for the future course of action for you?
Apart from my school education, some of the experiences I got was in Aloha, which is a brain development, a mental arithmetic development program, but they have also other things, but I participated in the mental arithmetic program. So it not only helps in maths, but it also develops your brain, it stretches your mental ability. So apart from that, it also gave me a lot of opportunities because I was the first state champion and I got a lot of other experiences out of it, which definitely helped me in the longer run. So it's very important to go out of your comfort zone, go out of your school, go out of your bubble and experience other things.
Great. Hanan, can you tell us something about your dream or fantasy? What were you thinking when you were very young about your future or about your career itself?
You see, from the younger, I really wanted to help people and I really wanted to find a way that I could help people. So right now, I think either I want to be a psychologist and a lawyer and come back to Kashmir and help people of Kashmir.
So what is the kind of preparation, Moeen, that is required for, being in Ivy League college?
It's really different when you apply to foreign universities, especially universities in the United States. You have to have a good background in academics and as well as other extracurricular activities. So even activities you have done in your childhood in class 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, all of that counts.
Hanan, what basically you suggest to the younger generations that how they should perceive or how they should prepare for the future, especially the college admissions?
Nowadays, the competition is so tough that if you don't get ready, you won't survive. So you need to start preparing from the young age.
So that means getting ready earlier.
Earlier, like how like Moeen said, he was doing basketball, he was doing community service, and it's important. Colleges look at it. You need to be mastering everything rather than just going into one thing and doing mastering. You need to know everything. So I think it's important to be an all-rounder right now.
I have come to know that you have gone through the course of SAT, which is, various students look for that they should qualify or they should have a good SAT scores. So how will that help in preparing for the college admissions, Moeen?
So you have to understand what the college application is basically.
Okay.
We have to see that the tests part or the academics part, which includes the SAT subjects, SAT General, TOEFL and other exams, for example, the ACT. So these are all like 20% of your application. These constitute 20% of your application. The other parts of the application.
You mean the exams and other things, other certificates or whatever, they form just 20%.
20 or 30% of your application.
What is the rest?
Even the academics also, even your school, that plays a very big role in what grades you have in school. So that's all like 30% of your application. The other parts of the application are also very important, which are the recommendations you get from your teachers, your guides, the essays you write in your college application. Those are the most important part of the application.
So actually, you mean we have to convince the college application office,
exactly. You have
admission office.
You have to convince them why they should accept you.
Hanan, you told me that you are now switching to psychology and sociology and other things. You know, our students normally get confined into medical or engineering streams. So what do you basically suggest, or what do you want to convey to the students about choosing the subjects or the areas of knowledge?
A person like me, I want to do psychology and I have no interest in doing engineering. For example, my parents forced me to do engineering and I grew up as an engineer. I would never be a good engineer, you know. I never wanted to be engineer, do engineering, and I'm right now an engineer in such a big post, so I can't do it. So that's why I think I would take a moment to request the parents of Kashmir, like, let the kids choose what they want. And at the same time, our big schools in Kashmir don't offer humanities, and that's kind of sad, you know. For me, a person who wants to do humanities for his whole life, it's sad to see that Kashmiri schools, top elite schools, don't offer humanities. I don't know why it's underrated, but it should change.
I mean, the kind of schooling you have, seen, what is the correct stage where a student should aspire, or he should prepare himself for an international level platform like you have got?
If I have to advise students who are studying in class 5th, 6th or 7th, they don't have to worry about college admissions or what college they want to get in. They just have to focus on what they are doing right now. I mean, focus on your academics, focus on your extracurricular activities, do something good, do what you like, excel in it. And when you keep doing that through the years, the college application will take care of itself. You have to learn English, because a lot of students, they have basic knowledge of English, but they're not as experienced, and that's very important if you want to apply to foreign universities.
Adding on to the Muin's point, what he said about your essay, about your normal application, you need to be real. You know, the recommendation letters that your teachers write, they need to be real.
It has to be honest.
Honest, yeah. That's what they love. You need to give them the reason why should they take you. You know, you need to show them who you are. You don't need to brag about what you have done in your application. You don't need to tell them you are the topper of the class. You need to tell them why you are better than every other person right now, and they should take you. And what makes you different from other people.
You have secured your admission in Ivy League University by securing good scores at SAT. So how do you suggest students and parents and even teachers that they should prepare themselves for scoring better at SAT levels?
There are actually two different kinds of SAT exams that you can give. There's SAT General and there's SAT Subjects. For SAT General, it's a bit different, but you have to prepare in a different way. It isn't something new, the pattern is different. So you have to prepare for SAT General. The major portion of the preparation is done on Khan Academy. It's an online website which provides free coaching
Counseling
for
and coaching,
SAT.
yeah.
So you practice on there, you give practice tests, you prepare for the actual examination. For example, you give practice tests and you analyze which parts of the test you are doing well and where you're going wrong. So you improve, you identify those problems and then you improve on them. So that is the basic approach towards any examination, I can say. So you just have to know the resources that are available. For example, for SAT General, it's Khan Academy. For SAT subjects, you buy books like Princeton Review and Kaplan's and Barron's.
Do you think that it is only money and finances which can make your career on a global platform like you have achieved?
It is generally perceived that going to the US or other countries, it would be costly. Like, it's the general perception in Kashmiri people at least. But that is not the case if you get into a college that provides financial aid. For example, for me, I got financial aid from Princeton University and it is need-based. So you don't have to have a particular score. There isn't a cut-off sort of requirement. They analyze your family's needs and based on that, they give you money. So that is the case with a lot of US universities.
Hanan, last word from you. How should parents, students and teachers explore themselves for the global platforms?
I would say that if your kid wants to go outside, let him go. Like, let him apply, and after he gets the result, either he gets accepted and rejected. And if they give scholarship, and if it's a mutual decision, let him go. You know, it's a good experience. I would say personally, being US for 3 years, I say it's a very necessary experience. I have learned a lot, and I think it has helped me a lot in my life.
Thank you very much, guys, for sharing your experiences here with us in Showcase today. And I think and believe that parents and teachers will give a functional autonomy to students for making their journeys easier. The journeys they have to choose and get guidance from their peers, from their parents, and from teachers so that they can explore their mettle to the fullest. Thank you very much.